Procrastination and perfection can get in the way of marketing our business. We need to talk about them because they can be persistent and really hard to get past. And it makes sense to talk about them together because they are two sides of the same coin, and that coin is fear. Fear of getting it wrong, fear of being judged, fear of shame or embarrassment, or fear of rejection when others say no. These are not simple fears. They compound upon each other. So we're afraid of being judged. We're afraid somebody's going to think that what we're doing is wrong or that it's stupid. And so we don't put it out there because we want to work on it a little bit and maybe get it right. And then we avoid it because it's intimidating, or we keep working on it and we obsess. So you've got perfection or procrastination in there, and ultimately we just don't put it out there because we're worried about what might happen. They haven't even said it yet, and they've already stopped us. Fear has kept us silent, and that is a terrible thing. When we let these things get in our way, it impacts us emotionally. It reduces our self-confidence. We begin to think something's wrong with us and that we're never going to get past it. It creates a negative spiral, and that is really hard to break out of. If this is ringing true for you and you experience things like this, I have 3 steps that you can take to stop that negative spiral and start getting yourself moving forward and taking action. First, trust yourself. What we pay attention to is true for us. Think about what got you here. Think about all the successes you've already experienced. How do you know what you know? What wins have you experienced recently, or even over the long term? What have you accomplished? What positive things have people said to you? Who are the people that like you? Who are the people that you like? Let those thoughts bolster you. This leads us into number 2, which is about stopping that negative spiral. When we think negatively, we let fear win. That's the negative spiral, and it's actually very easy to create a negative spiral and much harder to create a positive spiral. So a negative spiral, 1 thought, 2 thoughts, and you're done. Positive spirals can take 3 or 5 or more thoughts to really get going. We're actually designed to think more negatively than more positively, which is what this is about. It's a protection mechanism that is out of date with the way the world works right now. So what we want to do is reverse that negative spiral with at least 5 positive thoughts. Feel free to think lots more of them. And so what I want you to do is come up with 5 positive things about the thing you're working on. Who needs it? Focus on them. Focusing on something other than yourself can make a big difference. Think about how it supports them, how it's going to help them, and envision that. Celebrate that you're taking your first step or your second step, or you've come this far, that you know what you're talking about, and tell yourself that it's going to be okay. And this leads us to number 3. Instead of thinking about the thing that you're working on as make or break, that it has to happen, think about it, whether it's a blog post or an email or a video or a program. Think about it as a test, an experiment. So instead of, oh my God, this has to happen, think about it in terms of, let's see how it goes and learn from that. And I tell you this because we tend to be told not to be desperate about it. We tend to be told not to hold on, it must happen, but nobody ever tells us what to think differently. And I have found that it's incredibly helpful to think in terms of testing and experimenting and trying it on and seeing what happens, and just being lighter about it in that fashion can make a huge difference in how you show up and the success of it. So I do want to reassure you that there are nice people out there, that most people are very nice. And I say this because we are worried about being judged. We're worried about people saying no or being snide with us. Most people aren't like that, and you probably know that. It's just really easy to be scared of the people who are mean. There are fewer of them, but that meanness can be really hard and harsh and hard to handle, right? So think about it this way. The people who are nice matter. The people who are not nice don't matter. They are not your client. You would never want to work with them anyway. So if they've got something bad to say, they're not your client anyway. Reject them back and be like, nope, you're not one of my people. And don't worry about them, and do not make content for them, because it's not about them. It's about the people that you serve, the people that you can help, the people that you feel connected to, that feel connected to you. So why are we having this conversation? Because procrastination and perfection, if they win, if fear wins, our businesses will fail, and that's not okay. This is us getting in our own way, and I just want you to imagine, what if you could step out of your own way? What could happen? What are the possibilities? This is a call to be brave, to dare to step out of your comfort zone just a little bit and see what happens. You can do this. I'm rooting for you.